All right, so hi, I'm Liz Brenner. Thanks for coming to my virtual office. I had a chance to talk to Donna on the phone, and she told me the school was concerned about one of you kiddos. Um, so Donna, what do your kids call you?
They call me mom.
Okay, and Cynthia, what do your kids call you?
Call me mother.
They call you mother. Okay. And will you put those on your next to you on your screen, because I want to remember that. And Chelsea and Jessica, who's the older one?
That's me.
Okay, so Jessica, can you put your age on the screen? And do you like to be called Jessica?
Yes.
Okay, and Chelsea, do you like to be called Chelsea?
Mm.
Yeah. No nicknames?
Mhm.
Okay, so Jessica,
Nope.
how old are you?
I'm 16.
You're 16. And Chelsea, you are?
14.
You're 14. Yeah, if you could put your ages on the screen, that will help me remember too. So, and you both go to the same high school?
Yeah, we go to the same high school.
Okay. And Jessica,
I'm a junior.
you're a junior, and Chelsea,
Freshman.
you're a freshman. Okay. And Cynthia, you want me to call you Cynthia, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, I'll remember your name. And so Donna told me you travel a lot for work. What do you do?
I'm a software engineer, and I'm sorry, I just came in on a red eye from last night, so I'm a little bit disoriented. But I'm a software engineer in a big company in Boston.
Are you home now?
Yes, I just flew in.
Oh, you
so-
just flew in. Okay.
Yeah.
And Donna, I didn't ask you, what do you do for work?
I'm a nurse. I
Okay.
work per diem. I work part-time. So
Okay.
I'm more of a stay-at-home mom for
Okay.
the most part.
Thanks. So before we start talking about what brought you here today, and I'm just guessing that you've never had a kind of family meeting like this before, is that right?
We've never done this before. No.
Okay. So just I'll just give you a little idea about what I'm going to do, because the first meeting is really, I do sort of a similar thing, and the other meetings may feel a little bit different, but what I like to do before I ask you about the reason for your being here, I like to ask you something that you appreciate about your family, so I can get to know you in a bigger way than just the current concerns, because I know you're more than whatever difficulties you're having now. So first, I'll give everybody a chance to talk, and what I love is if just people know that everybody's going to get a chance to talk, and that when you're talking, when you're not talking, I'd love it, if people can, really try to see if they can listen to each other. Sometimes that's hard, and especially when we start talking about what's been difficult. And I expect that sometimes people may disagree, and that's okay, and that everybody's perspective is welcome. So the second thing I'm going to do is ask you what everybody's perspective is on what's difficult now. And then we'll talk more generally. And then hopefully by the end of the session, I'll have something that I can offer in terms of what I think might be happening or what might be helpful for you to reflect on and see if it feels like there's something that we can do that might be helpful. Okay. So I like to start with parents first. Who would like to, and actually before we start, I like to try to slow things down too and give you time to reflect and time to listen. So just take a minute and think about each of you. What do you appreciate about your family? And if it's hard now to think about something you appreciate now because things are challenging, just go back as far in time as you need to think about what you appreciate about your family or something that stands out from the past. Everybody have something? Yeah. So Cynthia and Donna, you want to figure out who's going to go first?
Go if you want. That's okay, Cynthia.
Okay, thank you.
So when Cynthia and I, we've been together about 20 years now. When we first got married, I was always questioning, could we have a family? We're not a traditional family. Are we going to be accepted? If we have children someday, how are we going to do this? Had a lot of questions and concerns. How are we going to fit in and feel like a normal family? So what I appreciate is that we live in a time where, for the most part, there is acceptance, and that we've been afforded the opportunity to actually have a family, have children that we could raise. So I very much appreciate the fact that the four of us are a family, and when we're together is what I value most.
So you value your time together as a family and the fact that you have that privilege to be a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Okay.
Yes, I would agree with Donna. I really like when we're all together and we're doing some quiet activities. I like when we sit in the same room and we read together or we listen to music. And sometimes on the weekends we'll go on a hike and we'll have some time then. And I think those are really, really nice times. And I do remember when the kids were really little and we would bribe them, getting them up a mountain by putting M&Ms in front of them and climb the mountain and everything. So I like those things. I like those quiet things.
Mhm. That's a good trick, M&Ms, to get them up a mountain. All right, great. So I'm going to go by age. Jessica, what do you appreciate about your family?
Like things are fine now. But I guess what I like is when we were little, like young. I remember this trip we took to Disney World, and it's one of my favorite memories. Me and Chelsea like went on the teacups together, and it was really fun. And I miss those memories. We haven't done anything like that. We haven't been able to take a trip like that in a really long time. So I guess I just miss being able to spend that kind of time together.
So it sounds like it's kind of hard to just focus on what you appreciate because you're also missing some of the fun times.
Yeah, but like things are fine now.
Hmm. But things are okay. But you're missing like when you were younger and you had fun together at Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Chelsea?
I don't know. I mean, like Jessica said, things are fine now. I guess I miss having fun. We used to have fun together.
Can you think of one moment that stands out that was fun in your memory?
Well, I remember that trip that Jessica talked about. That was really fun. And I remember a camping trip we took one time too, a while ago.
Was that in the same age range?
That was before that.
Okay. So you both have some memories of some fun family trips. Do you guys remember the M&Ms and the mountain?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that in a really
No.
I hadn't thought about that though. I would never eat
Yeah.
M&Ms now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.